Hey Doodlers, how you doing? I'm on my way to Dubai. I've never been there before. It's going to be really exciting. It's a different part of the world. There's going to be lots to see and do, as well as me reading my books to kids, me doing some drawing. So I'm going to take you along with me. We're going to have a great adventure. So we're just on the way to the desert. We are off to see some poetry reading in amongst the dunes. There's going to be camels, there's going to be bedouin tents, and yeah, it's going to be really exciting. We're very excited, aren't we, Al?
Yes.
Real life camels.
Ready? My welcome to Mr. Tom Mclaughlin.
The fountain has just started playing Disney music. I'm on a boat full of other authors. We're off and about exploring the city today. Seeing what's around. There's lots and lots of building work going on. New buildings popping up all the time, don't you can see. It's nice. It's nice to be out and about in the cool evening breeze. It's still very warm, but it's really, really nice. It's my last day in Dubai. I've got one more event left where I'm going to be reading my stories, talking about being an author, doing lots of doodling, lots of drawing for the kids. But I thought maybe for a change I would read you one of my books. The book I'm going to read you is The Accidental Billionaire, and it's all about a boy called Jasper and how, well, he's an inventor, but he's not a very good inventor. He has burnt down several of the schools that he has attended, but he's not going to let a small criminal record get in the way of his big dream to be the world's greatest inventor. So the bit I'm going to read you, he's got one idea left, one great invention left, a way of creating free electricity for the world, saving the environment. So him and his pet cat Rover are off down to the shed, which is like a laboratory for him. It keeps all his kind of gizmos, gadgets, test tubes, laser machines, that kind of thing. He's off down there to do a spot of inventing, become the world's greatest inventor. And all the time while I'm reading you the story, you can sit back and do some drawing as well. I'm going to show you how I'm going to draw the main characters, taking those really simple shapes, circles, triangles and rectangles, and turning them into Jasper, our main character of The Accidental Billionaire, and his pet cat Rover. So sit back, listen to some story and get doodling. Jasper headed down to the shed, Rover snaking between his legs. The light was fading and Jasper felt a chill in his lungs. The shed smelt of old tins of paint, rusty lawnmowers and dust hanging in the air. Jasper closed his eyes. I can almost taste it, Rover. This is going to be the one they're going to remember me for. Rover looked up and opened his mouth as if to meow in agreement. But instead, out came a big yawn. Calm down, boy, you're getting overexcited, Jasper said with a smile. This shed was like no other shed you've ever seen. It was more like a laboratory with a few spades in it. Jasper hit the button by the door. Suddenly the whole place came to life. Various old computers and laser machines that Jasper had rescued over the years began bleeping and flashing randomly. The overhead lights blinked on and the shells of test tubes began to bubble and fizz. Jasper grabbed his goggles and looked around for his tools. Here's the plan, Rover. We're going to change the way the world works. We're going to recreate the Big Bang and harness all that energy. I'm going to break the very fabric of time in order to tap into the infinite energy of space and the surrounding cosmos. In short, Rover, I'm going to split the atom. Yes, that's right, split the atom. For that, I'm going to need three things. A very large mallet, a very teeny chisel, and a very good eye. Jasper pulled his goggles on. Now, if all goes well, I will manage to extract the powers from the very building blocks of life and create free electricity for the world, and I'll be the world's greatest inventor. If it doesn't go well, I may well cause an explosion that wipes out life on Earth. Let's hope it's the first one. Rightio, good luck, Rover. I shall see you on the other side. Jasper nodded at the cat, who jumped up onto the window ledge. Jasper grabbed the largest of his mallets and the teeniest of his chisels. Now all I need is an atom, he said, looking around. Oh, well, I guess the whole world's made of atoms, so there's probably one right there. He squinted at the workbench beneath the laser machine. Okay, after 3, Jasper said, placing the chisel on top of the worktop. 1, 2, he took a deep breath. 3, and swung the mallet back so he could thwack the top of the chisel. But at the moment of the backswing, the head of the mallet flew off and smashed into the test tubes behind him. Before he knew it, there was bubbling liquid flying everywhere. A huge globule landed on the laser machine and short-circuited the wires. Suddenly it started firing random red lasers out in every direction. They flew around the shed, bouncing off the windows and metal garden tools. Jasper dived to the ground, put his hands over his head. It was like being in the middle of an earthquake. Crikey! That nearly burnt my bottom off. Jasper stood up slowly and turned towards the direction from where the voice had come from. Who said that? He said in shock. Had Nan come back early? Was he being watched? Ah! Rover yelled. Wah! Jasper yelled back. Wah! They both yelled. You can talk, Jasper shrieked. Well, you can hear me? Rover cried. Yes, I can hear you because you can talk. Me being able to hear, that's not that unusual. The big news here is you're a talking cat. How? Jasper said, jumping up and down. With either excitement or fright, he couldn't quite work it out. It was a bit of both, a bit like being on a roller coaster after eating a big bag of chips. It felt brilliant, but also like he might throw up at any second. What happened? Jasper asked. Well, I don't know. I was watching you about to split the atom when that big hammer thingy flew off and hit the laser. Then the laser hit the window, then the other window, then the spade, then the test tubes, then the thing that's like a tiny spade. Yes, 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 get to the end, Jasper said. Hey, it's not my fault. I have excellent attention to detail. Anyway, you asked. Before I know what had happened, a laser beam went in my bottom and you started shouting at me. Can I see? Jasper said. What? Rover replied. Your bottom. What is wrong with you? I'm the world's first talking cat and you want to look at my bottom? What are you? A dog? They love bottoms. It's all they do. All day long. Sniffing bottoms. I do not understand the fascination myself. Weird creatures if you ask me. Bottoms and postmen. They're just obsessed. I just want to see, Jasper said. Oh, very well, Rover said, turning round. But you're only demeaning yourself. I see. Yes, I can smell it from here, Jasper said. Oh, well, that's charming, isn't it? Rover tutted. In case you hadn't noticed, the important bit is happening up the other end, the mouth end. No. I mean, I can smell singed fur. I think what I've done is fire a laser beam in your bottom. I know you have. I was there. Are you sure your hearing's okay? I just told you that, Rover said, shaking his furry little head. Must have travelled straight up and genetically changed your vocal cords, fusing them together, somehow linking it with your brain, meaning that I can hear your thoughts. Do you know what else this means? Jasper said. What? Rover replied. It means we're going to be billionaires. I'll have to stop there, otherwise I'll carry on reading all day. There you go. I hope you enjoyed that, Doodlers. Hopefully you can still see that Jasper and Rover are still made of really, really simple shapes. We've just incorporated everything we've learnt so far about expression, about body, about eyebrows, about movement. You can still see it's a circle and a triangle and a rectangle. So hopefully that shows you how easy it is. Maybe you could do some drawing, design your own characters, maybe even start to think about writing your own stories as well, bringing those characters to life through words. But in the meantime, enjoy, happy doodling, and I shall see you very soon on Doodle Do It.